Oh shit.
Right, that should be live. Right. Jamie! Get another party ready for me and thee. Ben, Deeks, Falcast, Grandad Stee, PN, and what's nuts.
Oh, again.
Alright.
Great start.
Oh.
Fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, 3-car smash coming out of the chicane. And now another 2-car smash at the chicane.
Ah, that's that, all right.
Yeah.
Found the thing.
Oh, Matthew Duffin!
Daniel
Right,
Davis!
Right, good luck to everyone.
Bye, Jamie!
Alright.
Matt, how many laps is it again?
It's 37. Right, best of luck, lads. I thought you was going to do another fucking GT on me there, Jamie Brazy.
No.
Right, I've asked you to do the... yeah, there you go, you've got it. You got this shit. In fact, I need to do it for myself.
Yeah, I was just looking up because I remembered something about during a clear around at Donington, something to do with a goose.
Right.
And it's that he went off at the old hairpin back in 2016. That can't have been 2016. He was racing. No, yeah, it was 2016, where he went off at the old hairpin in 2016 and scared a goose. Yeah, I'll chuck that one in there.
Copy, post.
How much money we got in here? Go on, be 20 quid. No, it's a tenner. Never mind. Stick that away.
What's up? Yeah, well, you're gonna have to go upstairs now, make some streaming now. Oh, you can have them when Mum gets back, okay? Don't come down, I'll tell her to go up to you. Yeah.
Oh, for God's sakes. You'll never guess what it's meant to do at Zandvoort on Sunday.
Rain?
Yep.
Well, they're not racing then, will they?
Nope.
To. Right, can you find out what number Mutt's Nuts is in? What number is that? Is that 146? No, it's black wing mirrors.
Wait, what that is a yellow car. Hold
145,
on.
isn't it? 145.
Yeah, it is. I was going to say, I'll tell you what's nice, that on where, I was going to say, where it says, where it would normally have the connections all in red, they're all in green.
Yeah, that is nice, yeah. Right. So, confirmed out to the drivers is, we should have 11 plus Grandad Stay plus Bryn, so 13. We've got 12.
10 is yeah, 10.
Yeah, Grandad Steve's just got in, so there is now 10. Okay, so who have we got? PN,
Yep.
DJ, Ben,
Daniel Francis, Dan Davis.
Dan F,
Don't know, mate. Falguest,
Dan D,
Lucas Ross, the Mutts Nuts, Grant and Grandad Steve.
Fal, Keegs, Mutts, Grandad. So no Deeks at the minute. So Deeks, get Deeks in. So who else is there? Reactions. No RJ Dale, as he now can't do it, but he never fucking. Mike, Peaceful Explosion. What's that?
The Cleos. When I lagged into him and sent and he flipped.
Alright, so I need to add PN Motor Sport UK and RJ Dale. Grandad Steve's already on there, isn't he? Yeah. So
Yeah.
and I will sort that little bit in a bit in terms of their appearances, in terms of calculations. Right, 6 minutes left. One's here and right.
There we
Peaceful's
go. Peaceful's in.
Mike. Jamie, just post in the general chat, put at everyone who's racing Clio's, just put at everyone, then put who's racing Clio's tonight, pit window lap 4 to 29. Put it on the Discord general chat and on the Facebook, please. I'm just going to put it to the toilet.
Yep. Right, what lap was pit window?
4 to 29.
Yep, so now... Alright, let me put it on the Facebook group.
So obviously that's something new for the Pro this year as well.
Yeah.
Four minutes left to go. Everybody is in. Oh, Jamie, we're back. Jamie, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
We are fucking back. You're a sausage. Just a shame RJ Dale, little Leechy Monkey Boy, couldn't make it.
Mm-mm.
Sire's number 10. Ah, right, okay.
There we go.
Oh shit, Fury, I forgot Fury. Shit. I forgot to invite Fury. What a dickhead. Let's go, boys, have a good fucking race. How long we got on the countdown?
3 minutes.
No, we've got 2 minutes. Because obviously that's a slight delay.
Yeah.
Just make sure my sound volume's fine. No, don't add a player to the party. Sound volume's fine. Everything's looking good. Breathe, Jamie, breathe. We're going, Jamie, we're going.
Yep.
We are back, boys. We are back. think I've gone too early. I think I could have gone on the minute, not on the minute 25. Although we're only at 81%, there's 30 seconds left on the timer.
Oh well.
I'm going to get the timer to 0. I'm not going to get it to... because it comes up saying green, green, green. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Going live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back and we are ready to go. It's SimPlay Motorsport. It's Renault Clio Cup time. We've had the GT5s, we've had the GTEs, 2 brand new championships coming your way this Monday and Friday night. The Clio Cup is to kick things off on this Monday evening, and we're at Donington National. I'm joined once again by the guy who took you through the through the GTEs and the GT5s last time. I'm joined by Jamie Brace. Jamie, how are we?
I'm very well, thank you, Matthew. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thanks, buddy. Glad to be back, Jamie. It's been 4 weeks of we did 2 fun events, but it's been 4 weeks of not a lot happening. A lot of testing going off, though, for drivers, and a lot of driver swaps in terms of our GT3s this week.
Yeah, so these past 4 weeks have just felt like a year. So it felt so long since we've been back out on the track competitively.
It has indeed. It's been absolutely crazy. And talking of the GT3s, a lot of driver changes, a lot of team changes, a few different team names out there as well. But one more important thing is a lot of cars, Jamie, and me and you know this, without giving away too much before Wednesday night, a lot of cars that we haven't expected.
Yeah, so without ruining it too much, you haven't got a lot of the same as last season, where you had all your Porsches, your Mercs, all that.
Yeah,
so
going to be. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so you got a bit more variety this season.
Yeah, a bit of everything this year, and interesting, some returning faces, some new faces. It's going to be a fantastic championship, to say the least. While we're speaking of championships, let's go through this championship at the minute. As you can see, Lucas Roth, you know that is Keegs W. He's back for the Clio Cup, not racing the GT3s this year, but he's back for the Clios this season. And Keegs only needs to do 5 races out of the 6 to get his 50th appearance here at SimPlay Motorsport, and that is 50th competitive appearance, not just fun races. So Lucas Roth, aka Keegs, back with us for this one. Who else have we got? We've got Fury returning. Fury, Pro-Am Season 3 champion, making the step up to the Pro. What is he going to be? What is he going to do tonight in these Renault Clios? Nice to see Fury out there, the Pro-Am champ.
Yeah, so it's nice to see him out there, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he can do.
Deeks with us. Deeks returning back to SimPlay Motorsport. Had a Season 3 out. Not doing the GT3s, but he's back for the Clio Cup. And Deeks is one I'm looking forward to see. If you didn't tune into our Token Night last week, Deeks was very handy all night and it improved his driving a lot. So let's see what Deeks can do tonight. We've got Peaceful Explosion, and as ever, we talk about him all the time. What can he do this season in the GT3s? But what can he do in these Clios? That's going to be the important one. Grandad Steve with us as well. Nice to see Grandad Steve back. What can he do here? This is going to be an interesting one. See Grandad Steve's pace in these Clios. Don't know a lot about him in terms of these cars. We've also got the Mutz Nuts, who we saw a bit of in the GTEs last season in the Ferrari. What can he do in a Renault Clio? That is the big question. Don't know, mate. Brand new to SimPlay Motorsport. A lot of the guys raced with him back in a previous league last year, so he's making his return back, not just to the PS4, but back to racing as well. And what can he do? First appearance, first outing here at SimPlay Motorsport, and he's not the only one making his debut tonight. We've also got this man, PN Motorsport UK, making his debut. He raced in the Gran Turismo sort of BTCC night, but he's here making his competitive debut in these Renault Clios, so it'll be interesting to see what PN Motorsport can do. We've also got a returning Ben Phelan from across the from England into Ireland, and what from Wales more than likely into Ireland. Ben Phelan, what can he do, Jamie? It's been a while since we've seen him out on the track. Another man like yourself with internet problems has them sorted now and he's able to race. So what can he do this season? This is going to be an interesting one to see. Yeah,
it'd be very interesting to see. Last I remember of Ben was battling the first two rounds of season 1 in Pro-Am against him. So yeah, that feels like a very long time ago.
Yeah. Got DJ Phil Green, and as ever, as he's in the pits at the minute, DJ Phil always here for the events. He's lovely, and he loves it, and we love DJ Phil. So it's nice to see Phil out there on the track. We've also got the Pro Champion, the GT5 Champion, and the GTE Champion on Orthodubs. He is the man with a great big blue, white and red target on his back, and people are going to be hunting him down, not just in the Clios, but in everything else he's racing this season. And Falgas returning. We've seen him in the GTs. What can he do tonight in these Clios? Don't know a lot about him in the Clios either, but running in, and a bit of controversy, got his entry in before Unorthodox did, so running in the Unorthodox 16 car, Dan having to pick a different livery for tonight. And we've also got Daniel Francis here as well. Nice to see him in the monster liveried car. What will he do?
Yeah, he's in the I think that must be the 2017 Nicholas Hamilton livery.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Yeah, I believe that is everyone.
That is everybody then. So format for tonight's race, very similar to the GT5s. 10-minute qualifying for round 1 with a point on offer for that. And then we go into a 45-minute race calculated as laps. So tonight is 37 laps worth of racing. You've got to get to three-quarter distance to score full points. And there is a new pit window system. The pit window will open and the pit window will shut. You've got to... the pit window opens on lap 4 and shuts on lap 29. Now get used to this because this is coming to the Pro Series on Thursday night with the pit window opening and closing, so get used to this one. 37 laps around this track, Jamie. We've already got Unorthodox on pole, 8/10 clear of Falgas, with Lucas Roth, or Keegs as we know him as, down in 3rd. Fury's currently 4th fastest from Grandad Steve. Deeks, Peaceful Explosion, Don't Know Mate is down in P8 at the minute, ahead of the Mutts Nuts and Daniel Francis. PN Motorsport, Ben Phelan last currently, but that doesn't look like a respectable time, and DJ Phil not yet set a time. What are we expecting tonight?
Yeah, as always, we're expecting some close hard racing. Yeah, just hopefully everyone keeps it clean, and yeah, say with it being a 45-minute race, they don't need to go for it on turn 1, because we've seen some big incidents in the clears around here before on lap 1.
We have indeed. We say evening to Daniel Francis, Disco McDisco Face, Ariel Palowski, Simon Blair, good evening to you. Matthew Kutho, nice to see you. He wants to sign up. Get the sign up in. We'll see if we can get you on the grid for next week. Also, the wall is in. We get to see the wall out on track on Friday night in the IndyCars. Fury's granddad, Tony's here. Evening to Holty as well. Peaceful Stepdad here as well. So good evening to 22 people watching, 15 likes. Guys, let's smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And let's get this video to as many likes as possible. And just like we say, subscribe if you are new. But here is Don't Know Mate on his debut outing, currently sitting in P9, down to P10 as someone improves their time there. And nice to see two newbies. We was going to have a third debutant tonight, but he can't make it unfortunately. But nice to see the newbies coming in and getting straight out there.
Yes, that is nice to say. Say obviously they might not be on the pace straight away, but say come the end of the season they might be right up at the front and give the front runners something to think about.
Yeah, they might be able to give the front runners a little bit of something to contemplate, and we'll have to see what they are doing then as we look at race starts here. Kieran Argent is actually editing the race starts out. He's actually making sure the spreadsheet's all sorted for this Wednesday, and I'm not going to tell you the race starts because he's currently doing that page at the moment, so I can't tell you who's on what. He's added a few up at the minute that aren't there, but everything looking grand at the minute. They will be updated. I know that Keegs is about 5 away from his 50th, and so I worked out today, me and Unorthodox will be sat, he says, can I make my 100th appearance this season, Matt? And we worked out, yeah, you can. Race all the races in IndyCar, race all the races in Clios, race every race of the season. Race 2 at Fuji will be Dan's 100th appearance, and one man who is closer to 100 is DJ Phil on 75 appearances at the minute. It's 25 short of his 100th appearance mark, and get the one race in the Clios done and all 24 in the Pro-Am series, and he will be on for his 100th appearance. Cosmic Mike, evening everyone, evening to Gary. Is there just one race? Just got home and sounds like just one race. Not going to make it now, says Gary. No, unfortunately, Gary, it is just the one race, a 37 lap. 19 seconds left of qualifying. Dan, Deeks, Don't Know Mate, and P&M Motorsport all sat in the pits. They're done for qualifying at the moment. As DJ Phil up on his time so far. 21 people watching, 15 likes. Guys, let's smash that thumbs up button. Get this video to 20 likes before the race has even started. What a start to the season that will be. Join us as well Wednesday and Thursday for the Pro and Pro-Am. Back with a bang, season 4. We start at Branch GP as Phil out the chicane. Very wide there, very costly for him. What a shame that for DJ Phil as P&M's coming down the start straight. No, P&M's in the pits. DJ Phil didn't improve. That's Ben Phelan coming across the line there, and he's gone up to second place, so he's improved his time. Peaceful Explosion then, he's also on a lap, as is the Mutts Nuts coming out the final chicane. What's he going to do? Currently down in P6 and will stay P6, but did improve his time slightly. Then we've got Grandad Steve. He's down in 7th at the moment. We say evening to Welshie as well. Grandad Steve comes across the line and goes P6, so goes back above the Mutts Nuts. What can Peaceful Explosion do? Down in 10th and stays in 10th at this moment in time. That then is your... Oh no, we've got one more driver coming down the start straight now. He's retired. Yeah, he's retired. So that is qualifying done. And that is your grid order then. On Orthodubs on pole from Ben Phelan to start the season. Falgas then takes P3 at this moment in time, followed by Lucas Roth, aka Keegs. We've got Fury then in P5. Grandad Steve is 6th. The Mutts Nuts 7th. Daniel Francis 8th. Deeks 9th. Peaceful Explosion 10th. With Don't Know Mate P11. So Peaceful did get ahead of Don't Know Mate just towards the end there. DJ Phil 13th. And PN Motorsport UK down in 14th. As we say, an evening to DJ Phil in the chat. Evening to him. And Jamie, quick word before the start of this race.
Yeah, so looking very forward to the start of season 4, beginning with the Clios. Yeah, so we just want a good race with this one. Don't really want to see anything like you saw in the TCR UK around here just about an hour ago. Watching the cars trying to take each other out down the crane of curves. That's not what we want to see.
Who's your tip for the win here, Jamie? Is it the man on pole because he looks quick already out the blocks?
Yeah, he does look quick, but I don't say I know if Dubs will be up there, but I don't want to be the same boring person that just goes for North Dubs all the time. So I'm gonna put my neck on the line and go for Lucas Roth on this one.
Lucas Roth. We'll have to keep our eye on Keegs from P4 on the grid then. Now, what a few of these guys who race Clios in the past on previous leagues or race them now still on other leagues won't know is that damage is on for this. And I know a few of the guys that race Clios in other leagues have the damage off. So this is the big thing to notice today, is that the damage is going to be key here with mechanical and aero damage on. That's going to be the key thing here. As much as you could rub in other leagues, obviously SimPlay Motorsport doesn't allow that opportunity. You've got to be a bit more cautious. Is that something that people like Unorthodox and Ben Phelan and Falgast and Keegs and Fury and all the others are keeping in their mind? 37 lap race, long way to go. Keep it sort of ready to get going?
So that'll definitely be in their mind. So I was going to say is the first round out of 6. They don't need to push from the first race. If just get a good handful of points into the first race and start building your championship from there. But you don't need to do anything silly in the first race.
No, you don't indeed then. We're already Ben Phelan. Is this a standard start? This one is a standard start, Ben. It's next week when we go reverse grid. It's lights out, it's green, it's go. We're Donington Park, and it's Unorthodox who's got a decent start there. Ben Phelan as well is going with him. Who's that in the background? P&M didn't get away that well. Neither did it look like Don't Know Mate, but all pretty clean. Look at the Mutts Nuts down just a bit further back, looking like he was attacking early on. Falguest, they're all cleanly through at turn 1, and that's what we want to see. That looks like Don't Know Mate's having a look at Peaceful Explosion up the inside, who's got Daniel Francis just in front of him. Sorry, it's Don't Know Mate and DJ Philo side by side coming down the crane of curves. Oh, they just lean on each other a little bit, both across the graph. Ooh. Oh, and just a tap from Phil in the rear. Don't Know Mate has done well. Oh, and who's that? That is, I think that's PN Motorsport who's gone across The grass there, yeah, it definitely is. Well held from Don Production, Don't Know Mate, sorry, who collected that one and gathered that brilliantly. But at the minute, it's Dan from Ben. Falguest and Lucas Roth are side by side. And Lucas Roth just running Falguest out of the room. He comes back on, they touch the doors a little bit. There's a car in the background who's well off. I think that was Peaceful Explosion. It is Peaceful Explosion. And his season starts pretty much as season 3 ended, Jamie, in the wall somewhere.
Yeah, so that's not what he's going to be wanting at all. He's got major damage already. But look at the top 4 or top 5. They're gone. Deeks is all on his own in 6th, and Fury's already 10 seconds back. So
yeah, and the other thing as well is, has there been another incident? Because Don't Know Mate had that spin was last. He's now back up into P8, so he's on the back of Fury here. So he's really had a comeback since the start of this race.
Yeah, so I wonder whether there might have been a bit handbags at McLean's, and say half the grid's just had a. Oh, Don't Know Mate's just got on the grass there. He's managed to save it. Yeah, so I can imagine there's probably been a collision at McLean's, and everyone's just dropped that bit back. Yeah, because Fury's now 11 seconds behind Unorthodox already. Well
off the pace. Unorthodox, though, has stretched his legs a little bit out front, and Ben Phelan within a couple of tenths of him, but cannot stick with him at the minute. Danny's gone so far, and you see them both coming through McLean's corner. Unorthodox from Ben so far. Good start to their night if you're these guys, but like you say, they're 4 for the lead here. Grandad Steve trying to stick to the back of them as well to make it 5 for the lead, but Dan at the minute, Unorthodox, just stretching his legs early doors, Jamie, on this second lap of the race, and this is exactly what he would have been wanting.
Yeah, so exactly what he'd be wanting. But the other 4 behind won't be too bothered about this, because they're all in the slipstream, and we know with these Clios, slipstream is a massive help.
Yeah.
And knowing that they've got a huge gap back to Deeks in 6th, they don't really need to push that hard.
No, they don't really need to push that hard, and it looks like Dan just didn't get the run out of turn 1 out of Redgate as they come through Hollywood now and down in towards the Craner curves. It's Dan Unorthodox from Ben from Keegs, Falguest, Grandad Steve. You drop back 8 seconds to Keegs, although it looks like Grandad Steve's just dropped back off. Sorry, to Keegs. There's Deeks in 6th. Look at that, that's Fury, and then Don't Know Mate and Daniel Francis side by side through Hollywood, down into the Craner curves now. Daniel Francis trying to keep it there, but Don't Know Mate tucks in front of him, and Daniel has to yield then. Looking to the outside at the old hairpin is Daniel Francis. Will he look up the inside? No, Don't Know Mate gets that car in. Beautifully done there from Don't Know Mate as Daniel Francis very wide through that part of the track. Up towards McLean's they go then. And not a bad debut if you don't know, mate. P8, not bad so far on your first outing.
Yeah, so just watching him come down the crane, so he gave Daniel Francis quite a bit of room there. Just probably not wanting the same thing as what happened lap 1.
Yeah, Don't Know, mate. Very
Yeah.
respectful to Daniel Francis, it would seem, but at the minute he's been able to keep Daniel Francis at bay. There's DJ Phil, then the Mutts Nuts, Peaceful down in 12th, and PN Motorsport down in last. But look at the front five. Dan has been caught just a slight bit by Ben here, and Lucas Roth as well have got Dan under a second at the minute. I wonder if Dan got a poor run out of the chicane, because Dan has just been caught a slight tad here. Look at Falguest on the back of Keegs then for P3 for the final podium spot. Falguest all over the back of Keegs. And at the minute, he is looking interested. Coming into the old hairpin now, doesn't think of having a go, not close enough, but he's definitely looking interested. Now, look at the run he got out the old hairpin up towards McLean's corner. Are we going to see a bit of a Matt Neal special laid on the brakes up the inside? Or will he wait for Coppice? He's looking, but he's at the wrong side to have a look. And round McLean's they go. And can he keep it on the track? Yes, he can. The minute you run out wide at the exit to McLean's, Jamie, you lose that momentum on that short straight towards Coppice.
Yeah, so if you run wide out of there, you know for a certainty that there's going to be a car up your inside for the next corner, and there's the next corner. If you wide onto the next corner, that then compromises you for the straight. So you pretty much compromise to like half a lap there.
Now, yeah, you are. Now, what's happened to Don't Know, mate? Because he's dropped behind Daniel Francis and DJ Phil and has got the Mutts Nuts on the back of him. So he's just dropped down a couple of places as Don't Know, mate, in this one. Maybe he's had an incident somewhere. But so far, so good if you are the front runners. Ben, right on the back of Unorthodox here. Again, has Dan had a bit of a poor run through the chicane. Because at the minute, Ben Phelan here is right on the back of Unorthodox and looking interested at having a go into turn 1, into the old hairpin. He's not no more, though, because he's too far back.
Yeah, that was nice and clean there. Keegs just gave him the respect, but with that being Keegs' corner, he could have he can just push Falguest off wide, but he didn't push him too far off wide that he'd lose it. But Ben Phelan's now under attack from Lucas Roth. Lucas Roth looking to the outside, coming
he's got him done. Has he? Yeah, he's got him done.
He's going to run a bit wide though, coming on the straight, but he's done him.
Yeah, and very interesting. Ben Phelan must have just not got a run out the old hairpin at all. Peaceful in the chat says heavy damage. Falguest up the inside at Copy. So what has happened to Ben Phelan since the old hairpin? He's lost 2 places and just fell right back at the moment. Yeah, so I wonder whether that just little tap on the back from Lucas Roth just unsettled him a bit. And Lucas Roth has then just seized this opportunity to make hay while the sun shines. Oh, Grandad Steve runs a little bit wide out of the chicane. Yeah, this has allowed, though, Unorthodox to pull a 1.3 second gap now. He is away and gone, and he is flying at this moment in time. Though we go back to Deeks, who's got Dan Francis on the back of him. Daniel Francis right on the back now. Fury has got past Deeks and has pulled away a little bit. Deeks, then, what can he do in terms of Dan Francis? Oh, that's Falguest! Had a huge slide coming through Hollywood, and down the Craney Curves has managed to stay side by side with Lucas Roth. And can Lucas Roth go up the inside at the old hairpin? Yes, he can. Falguest looking for the cutback, but Keegs has done it so well. He's through the corner, but Falguest now comes back at Keegs. Did he not gear down enough? Because he's either double shifted down. Grandad Stee on Ben Phelan, job done. Falguest looking up the inside at McLean's. Keegs doesn't leave a door open. Ben Phelan, though, can get up the inside at McLean's, as Grandad Stee does. Ben looking to get back on the back now, as in the space of 2 laps, Jamie, he's dropped from 2nd down to 4th at the minute. And with these guys this tight, this is bringing the great racing that we wanted to see. Dan has checked out up front. Keegs has gapped Falguest a little bit, but these 3 are nose to tail here. Yeah, as we were saying, Grandad Stee going to look up the inside of Falguest, doesn't quite get it done. No, doesn't get it done, but ruins his run through the chicane there by having to slam on the brakes to pull out of that attack, and that allowed Ben Phelan a good chance at the chicane, but he just didn't get the run through it, Jamie. No, so I think Ben Phelan just flipped the sausage curb on the chicane, and he went up onto 2 wheels, so he wasn't able to get the traction down. So yeah, that was a bit of a missed opportunity there from Ben. But yeah, so this is the closest battle on track as Fury comes into the pits for his mandatory stop. Yeah, and that's at the end of lap 7. Fury comes into the pits, so that will release a few people. Deeksen must have had it off somewhere, because Daniel Francis has got past him, and he's dropped down another place, but he's now coming into the clutches of DJ Phil, the Muts Nuts, and Don't Know Mate. But this for 2nd, should I say. Dan up front on Orthodox has checked out at the front, and there's no bad light stops play here. There's no poor conditions at Donington Park. It's elbows out, it's nose to tail for this Clio Cup for 2nd place. Yeah, so this is what we want to see from the Clio Cup. So we haven't seen any Clio Cup race in live Clio Cup racing for almost 2 years now. coming onto, isn't it? Because we don't have any on the touring car package anymore, as Lucas Roth, Falguest, Grandad Steve, Ben, he's going in for the undercut at the end of lap 8 then, so pit window is open, as we said, from lap 4, and drivers starting to take that opportunity. Ben then looking for the undercut, is he, Jamie, as he's the first one to pull the trigger. But at the minute, and like you've just said a minute ago, what driving this is from Clio Cup. We've not seen it properly at SimPlay Motorsport in terms of competitively. We've seen it in terms of a few fun races, but the Clios bring great action, and this is a great start to the season, what you want to see.
Yeah, so we've seen them on another league and on other leagues, and yeah, Clio's just been good racing.
Oh, Keeks didn't get the run through the old hairpin, ran a bit wide on the exit. That's allowed Falguest up his inside as they come up towards McLean's. He's not been able to get it done. Oh no, he has done it, sorry, looking at the wrong car. Keeks then just a bit of a tap up the rear, bit of a Matt Neal move, if I say it, at McLean's corner. Yeah. Was he looking for there? Grandad Steve interested now. He's having a look left and right. Can't get it done through Coppice. Now to the SimPlay straight, and Keeks looking up the inside at the Coppice and on the run down to the chicane. Will he get up the inside? Look at them, nose to tail, pretty much pushing each other. You could give each other a cup of tea and a biscuit through the window.
Lucas Roth's going to go for it at the chicane. He's got the inside.
He's done it. What a manoeuvre. He's had a bit of a slide, touches the sausage curb and slides on the exit of the Fogarty SSN. Falguest and Grandad Steve will have another look at Keeks here, and at the minute he tucks in, he's defending that line well. Falguest now pulls out to the outside of Redgate corner, and that's not where you want to be, but Falguest looking for that cutback maybe in towards Hollywood. They're both wide, and now look at Grandad Steve, who has a great run. He's got Falguest done already, and is he looking at Keeks? No, he can't. Falguest trying to fight back, tucks in behind Grandad Steve now, and they go down towards the old hairpin once again. Falguest, is he going to look up the inside? No, tucks back behind Grandad Steve. And Keeks can count himself a bit lucky there, Jamie. He ran wide the same as Falguest, but Grandad Steve just didn't have enough to get past him.
Yeah, so Keeks he ran a little bit wide, but he didn't run as wide as Falguest. And yeah, so Grandad Steve didn't get an opportunity. DJ Phil in the pit.
Yep, he's in the pits as well. That's the end of lap 9 for him.
Yeah, these three following each other nose to tail as they come on to the Dunlop straight.
Yeah, down the Dunlop straight then, 3 wide again. Look at what these boys can do here then. PN Motorsports in the pits at the end of lap 9 as well. Grandad Steve to the outside, can't get it done, tucks back in. So these two having a bit of a long pit stop is filling PN Motorsport here. Where's Peaceful in terms of them? Let's just quickly jump to Peaceful. In fact, no, let's stay with this.
Yeah, Grandad Steve to the outside. He's trying to do what Falguest couldn't get. Trying to go right the way around the outside of Redgate. If he pulls this off, this will be brave. They're going to go side by side down the crane of curves now.
I think Keeks has just stretched his legs in front. Yeah, he has, as he just comes in front of him. Then DJ Phil out before Peaceful could get round, and we're not sure where Peaceful Explosion is, but he's out before Peaceful could get there. And Grandad Steve, Keeks runs a bit wide at the old hairpin, manages to get it back through. Look at the charge Falguest has, but backs off of it there then as he nearly took the track limits. He had a bit of a run out the corner. Dan now 7 seconds up the road, and these three really battling it out.
Grandad Steve up the inside, but Keeks is just going to get the traction off the corner. Yep, he stays in front. But Grandad Steve is going to look for the drive onto the straight and get in the slipstream.
Into the slipstream he'll want indeed. Don't forget, Ben Phelan has played the undercut at this moment in time. We'll wait to see if that works, because these three boys are still to pit. A great Clio racing at the moment. Let's go a bit further down the order. Let's take a look down at Deeks. Then he's not far off the back of Daniel Francis. You see, that was, I'm not sure who that was just in front of him actually there, but
I think that might have been,
that's PN. PN who's pitted. He has pitted, so obviously a lap down at the minute. Will he unlap himself? That's the question. PN Motorsports got 20 seconds to Peaceful, so can Peaceful get on the back of him? Let's go back to the front then, as that's where it is all kicking off at this moment in time. That is Falguest. Yeah, very wide at Redgate Corn, then down through Hollywood they come now, and Falguest very, very wide there. Lucas Roth then still defending from Grandad Steve. Disco in the chat. I missed the comms list. We've just lost Jamie, so hopefully we can get Jamie in as soon as possible here. But obviously internet connection's not playing better. Disco McDisco Face. I've missed the comms over the last month. Great to have you back, Matt. Cheers, Disco, mate. Means a lot. Can't wait to see you out on the track on Thursday night. As here then goes Grandad Steve, having a look towards Coppice. Falguest round the outside. Can he get the job done? Grandad Steve up the inside of Keeks, and has that that produced an opening for Falguest? I think it has, and Keeks within one corner. It's lost 2 places here then, and here comes Falguest. Keeks on his outside, getting the toe from Grandad Steed towards the chicane. They're still side by side. Who's the braver man in the chicane? And Falguest lets Keeks have it back around the outside from Keeks. Oh, what a run through the chicane he's got there, and he's got a great launch down the straight, and all that shouting was not needed, because Falguest and Grandad Steed pulled into the pit lane then at the end of lap 12. So Falguest and Grandad Steed both then jumping into the pits themselves. We've got Jamie back there. Well, that's the championship gone, says that Bozzy boy in the chat. Well, I won't be too sure yet. It's only one race. Anything can happen after one race. But what a battle these top 3 have had. And as Jamie's just back into the commentary box now, Ben, crucially here, Jamie, has got the undercut on Falguest and Grandad Steed. In fact, Daniel Francis has got ahead of Grandad Steed, but Daniel Francis is still to pit. Deeks and the Mutt Snuts come into the pits as well.
Yeah, so that would be... that's good for Ben Feeling, jumping in front of Grandad Steed and Falguest whilst they've been fighting, and Daniel Francis can just cause a bit of havoc whilst
yeah, bit of havoc to Grandad Steed, isn't he? He can play that game as Grandad Steed's actually just got past him. You see the side by side in the background there. Grandad Steed then not the pit stop he wanted, but he's got back ahead of Daniel Francis here then. Should I say, if Dan does all the season, but hey, even if he missed one race, he would still probably be fine. I don't know, other tracks and weather conditions, it might not be his night one night. Look at the GT5s. I won the first 2 races in the GT5s last season. I didn't win the title because of problems. But Grandad Steed here then back ahead of Daniel Francis, and that is the gap there as they're just in front. Don't know, mate's back up to 8th as everybody behind him have pitted. The Mutt Snuts just come out the pits. And at the minute, it's unorthodox from Lucas Roth. 11 seconds is the gap. Ben Phelan matching the pace of unorthodox last lap. And Liam, if you've only just tuned in as well, Ben has pitted, Dan yet to pit, so pit stops here could provide Ben getting on the back of him later on in this race. But what a start to this, Jamie, and the Clio's providing some great action. Yeah, the Clio's always provide very, very good action, no matter what. Say, watching them for many years on the Toka package, they always provided very, very good entertainment, even when there wasn't a lot of them. Yeah, even when there was a short grid, there was still something happening which made it interesting. Then as we're coming round to near enough halfway through this race, and Grandad Steed is now just starting to gap Daniel Francis here, but the drivers who still need to pit are Daniel Francis, unorthodox, don't know mate, Lucas Roth. They all need to pit, and they need to pit before lap 29. And Jamie, the new pit system window, to try and open it and close it, this is something you've got to be used to in the Pro. And obviously with the Pro being only half an hour races, the races are shorter as well because the tracks are longer.
Oh, someone's made a... That's Ben.
Oh, who is that? Oh, Ben! Oh, what's he done? Is that coming through the chicane? It is. What has he done there then? Ben, who was matching the pace of the leader. Well, mistake there for him, and that is possibly his race win goal, but he's also, that advantage he got over Falguest and Grandad Steed, that's now been wiped out as well then, and he's now got Daniel Francis to get past. But Jamie, I was just saying, the new pit window, with it being shorter laps on a GT3 on a Wednesday and a Thursday, you've only got a shorter window to pit on them on the Thursday night. How do you think the Pro's gonna feel with it?
So I don't know. Well, I don't think it'll make too much difference, because a lot of an orthodox comes into pits. A lot of people pit before the last few laps anyway. The only person I can think of that would pit on the last few laps would be Mazda. So that would probably affect him the most.
The pit window. For what I worked out, I just did Silverstone as a base because I know Silverstone was 15 laps. The pit window would be lap 2 to 12, so it gives you a 10-lap window. Gives you 3 laps from the end though, so that kind of negates that pitting at the very, very end, doesn't it?
Yeah, and so it's going to make it a bit more strategic for everyone. So you can't, as soon as the pit window opens, you can't think, right, I'm just going to go to the end. You've got to think, right, when's the perfect time to come in?
Well, let's see what will happen through the course of this season then, as Lucas Roth then Still P. Well, he's P1 now that Dan's pitted. He's 8 seconds ahead of Dan. Now look at this little battle. DJ Phil Green, the Mutts Nuts, and PN Motor. Sorry, and that is Falguest, who is lapping these guys. DJ Phil and the Mutts Nuts. And DJ Phil, great move on the Mutts Nuts there.
On the grass.
Oh, he is on the grass now. Backmarkers are supposed to get out the way here. They are meant to move, and they aren't moving at the minute as the Mutts Nuts now up the inside. Will he let Falgas through around the outside? He does, yep. So the Mutts Nuts lets Falgas through, and the Mutts Nuts down in P11 at the minute. Peaceful, though, is within 2 seconds a second of the PN Motorsport at the minute. So can Peaceful gain another place here? He is Deeks on the back of Don't Know Mate, who had a terrible lap last time around. Oh, no, had a better lap last time around. It was 2 minutes something the lap before. So Don't Know Mate having a bit of a better lap, but still not as quick as Deeks here. He's got 24 seconds back to DJ Phil. He's still got to pit as well. So it's now the time for Don't Know Mate to get out, push that car, stretch his legs and create that gap to DJ Phil. Maybe get himself a top 10 finish on debut.
Yeah, so he was. He's got Deeks behind him. I'd just keep pushing. But if he thinks Deeks is quicker, I'd just come into the pits and
not fight it.
Try and get some clean air in.
Yeah, PN Motorsport then has Peaceful within a second of him. Let's go back to that little battle. There they are. Oh, we've lost a driver. Oh, who have we lost there? Can't quite see who that one is. Someone has retired. It's the Mutts Nuts who's retired. Now you've got to get to lap 27, so the Mutts Nuts will not score a point first race of the season. Then you've got to get to lap 27 to score 1 point. And clearly he's not going to be happy with that one. But the Mutts Nuts, PN Motorsport wide, and that is gave Peaceful Explosion that job then early, and through he goes. So the Mutts Nuts, Jamie, early retirement then. He's not got to 27 to get to that 3/4 distance. What a shame.
Yeah, so I was just checking then to see whether or not he'd been disqualified, but I can't see.
He's already made his pit stop, so... Yeah, he's already made his pit stop lap 12, so I'm not sure what happened there. We seen him slow when Phil was passing him, didn't we?
Yeah, he might have been having...
Right, let's jump back to Don't Know Mate and Deeks for 1 second, because they two are pretty close, although he's actually just pulled out a bit of a gap. Yeah, where's Deeks gone? Oh, he's gone off there at the old hairpin then, so he's lost a bit of ground. The Mutts Nuts left the session then. What a shame for him, because he was looking quick in practice before the night started, and it's not panned out that way. So currently Ben Phelan on the back of Daniel Francis here, but Daniel Francis has not yet pitted. So how much of a fight will Daniel Francis put up here? As Ben Phelan down the crane of curves in towards the old hairpin he goes, behind the monster liveried car of Daniel Francis, and through they go. Look at the difference here. Daniel just getting that rear end, stepping out a little bit, Jamie, and it put him wide. Ben nicely through the old hairpin.
Yeah, and he's now got the run looking into McLean's.
Yeah, he's got that one done, hasn't he, up the inside on the power before Daniel Francis. A job done if you're Ben Phelan, back up into P5, and now this is where the hard work for him begins, because he's got to regain that time he lost to Falgast and Grandad Stee. Now, Unorthodox here is gaining on the back of Lucas Roth. There's Lucas Roth in front. 1.5 seconds is the gap for the lead. And what can Unorthodox do here? Apparently the Mutts Nuts retired because of Fury. Well, any problems, tell him to, if he saves the footage, to get it in, and the stewards will have a look at it.
Thought Dan was going to lose, or Unorthodox was going to lose it then. But yeah, say Unorthodox is caught right up to Lucas Roth.
Yeah, so look at Lucas Roth's last. Look at his last lap time from Lucas Roth. Nearly 6. It was 6 seconds slower, so not the lap at all from Lucas Roth.
It's going to be interesting where Lucas Roth comes out, because he's got a 15-second gap to Falger.
Yeah, has he lost too much time to them two behind? That's the question, isn't it? Has the undercut worked for them two? And with this pit, with Keegs having to pit in the next 10 laps, you know, he's got to think about maybe getting it done sooner. With a bad lap last time round, is it time to pit now? There's Don't Know Mate. Deeks has caught right up to the back of him. Just all over the curb there. He had a bad lap last time round as well with a 126 dead. Don't Know Mate. Deeks did a 128, but Deeks then looking to have a run. Don't Know Mate, a bit of a better lap, but 120 is not quite good enough. He needs to be on that pace at DJ Phil to keep Phil at bay. And Deeks looking right around the outside at Redgate Corner then. Has he got that one done? He's gone a little wide.
He's got it done.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Still side by side. Oh, he has now. Coming through Hollywood. Oh, they lean on each other. Huge contact, big shunt into the wall for both drivers. And I think you've got to look at that, Jamie, and side by side at the Craners doesn't seem to work, does it?
No, you've got Deeks is left.
Oh, we've lost Deeks as well, yeah.
Yeah, Deeks isn't very happy about that one. You've got to really trust the person you're racing against down the Craner curves, because that's not a place you ought to be going side by side. If you don't fully know how the person you're racing with, like, say, races, then yeah, it's not the best of ideas. And Orthodubs has now taken the lead back.
And Orthodubs has got the lead back then just before Keegs has gone into the pit. So Keegs then has the next 7 laps to get himself into the pit lane. But we've lost 2 drivers now because of incidents. And, you know, I know Deeks has made his pit stop, but just get to the end of the race. We based off the GT last season, we just encouraged the drivers to just get to the end of the race. You know, if you've had a bad night, you've had a bad night. Just get it to the end. That's all that we ask for here. We're down to 11 runners then. Obviously, we are missing Monkey Boy, RJ Dale, and Little Leach from tonight. Wasn't able to make it.
Don't know, mate.
Don't know, mate. Sped into the pit lane. He's got himself a... Wow. Okay.
Have you been teaching him how to speed in the pit lane, Matt?
I must have, based off of Silverstone last year, because that's the same penalty that I got. But don't know, mate. Needs to be careful on his way out the pits. If he's repairing damage, he could be in there for a while. But 50 seconds, that could put Peaceful back into this race. Fury then on the back. Sorry, Daniel Francis on the back of Fury here, and Fury's got past Daniel. Now Daniel's still got to pit, so is Keegs. They're the only 2 who haven't pitted just yet, but at the minute Fury ahead of Daniel Francis, and with Daniel Francis having to pit, you just wonder if will he lose out to DJ Fell. I don't think he will. I think he's too far in front, isn't he? But don't know, mate. Look, down to last place after his pit stop, and still has that 50-second penalty. He's got to get a lap 27 if he scores points. You've got to get to that 3/4 distance. So already tonight, 2 drivers haven't scored any points due to, well, 3 you could argue. You could argue.
A little wide there.
Sorry, 5 you could arguably say, because Nuts and Deeks retired, and then we haven't had Little Each, Monkey Boy, and RJ Dale turn up tonight. They're not able to make tonight. It's Bryn then. Don't know, mate. Sorry, out the pits he comes, and he's got some work to do to get ahead of PN Motorsport and pull away from PN Motorsport. As that is Grandad Steve and Falguest, who have come out just behind him. Now these 2 are for position, and they'll be lapping, don't know, mate, so we'll have to move out the way, Jamie. But yeah, just a few drivers retiring opening night. Just yeah, it just seems a bit silly, doesn't it? Yeah,
so we've had a discussion, or had people say about the about people quitting during a race. Just get to the end. You look at an Orthodubs' first race at Brands Hatch in the GT5, so he had an absolutely shocking round, but he didn't quit. He carried on, and he ended up winning the title. So those few little points can count at the end of the season.
Yeah, that really counts. Don't know, mate. Then I didn't see him having off, but he's out the way, and that's him behind Grandad Steve and Falguest then. Through the chicane they come, and down the start straight they go now. And what can these boys do then? Down the straight, over the line. Lap 23 they've just started. They're separated by half a second, and for Grandad Steve and Falguest here, it's going to be an interesting one to see. They're also only 18 and 19 seconds. They're only about 17, 16 seconds off the back of Keegs here. So the interesting part of this one is, have they got the undercut on Keegs, done it well? Is that one a possibility? As we have no Jamie, so I don't know if we've lost him again. Oh, no, here's it. No, here's it. Yeah, Grandad Steve Falguest, 16 seconds off for Keegs. That potential undercut has worked for these 2.
Yeah, it has. And you think if Ben Phelan hadn't made his mistake, then he'd be up there with wanting to make overtake on Keegs as well.
Yeah, so then we have... Oh, that's Falguest! He's got a horrible twitch through Coppice corner, and he's gone so wide. Now, he's kept it out the wall, nice to see, but he's gone so wide there that has cost him maybe a couple of seconds to Keegs, which could hurt him in terms of the pit stops. We'll have to wait and see, but it's also allowed Grandad Steve onto the podium, who's wide through the chicane himself. And it's just going horribly wrong for these 2 at the moment. What a shame to see. But so far, so good if you're unorthodox. 2.4 up the road. Lucas Roth and Daniel Francis still to pit. Or Keegs and Daniel Francis still to pit, should I say. As Keegs should be back on his normal account next week, so I'm told. We'll have to wait and see. But Falgast and Grandad Stee there, Jamie, just making a little mistake.
Yeah, see, it's just that pressure that was taking its toll. They just wanting to get them positions off of one another, and they're just trying probably a bit too hard to get past one another. Yeah,
Grandad Stee then has now just under a 1 second lead here. Now Peaceful, he's about 30 seconds behind DJ Phil, lapping similar pace though, so that's not enough for him to catch him at the minute. DJ Phil over a minute behind Daniel Francis, so I don't think Daniel's going to finish any lower than 7th tonight, based off the fact he's not pitted yet, as Lucas Roth now comes into the pits. That's at the end of lap 24. So Keegs in, just Daniel Francis to pit, and Daniel's got to do it within the next 5 laps. Grandad Stee, how will he get the chicane this time? Gets it better then, as does Falgast through the final section of this lap. Let's see, is any other battles happening elsewhere? Not really. Keegs coming out the pits, and he's been jumped by Falgast and Grandad Stee. Now, where is... He's there, look. He's been dropped massively. Look, he's nearly in the clutches of Ben Phelan.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. If Ben hadn't made his mistake, he'd be past Keegs as well, yeah. So I cut to someone else because I saw someone was off at the old hairpin.
Fury not far behind Ben Phelan either, so can Fury get himself into this mix? What does Keegs have to do now to catch Falgast and Grandad Stee? 5 seconds is that gap. He's got 2 seconds to Ben Phelan, and Ben will be pushing that Clio to the very end, let me tell you. So just Daniel Francis to pit, lap 25 of 37. Everybody's got to get to 27 here. Everybody's got to get to lap 27 to score maximum points. You've got to get 3/4 of the race done at least. Even if you retire after that 3/4 mark, as long as you've completed 27 laps, or completed 3/4 distance, should I say, you will be fine to score points. Now then, Peaceful, shocking last lap, 129.2. Look at the state of that one. That's not what he wanted. And
I was going to say, I think that must have been him that went off at the old hairpin then.
Well, there's unorthodox who's lapped him. Now then, Peaceful, 2 laps down. Oh, here's Falgast and Grandad Stee side by side, and Falgast has that job done before Redgate Corner. So did Grandad Stee get a bit of a run wide off the sausage curb through the chicane then, and Grandad Stee now on the back of Falgast here. This for P2, don't forget, and Lucas Roth will want these to battle. Keegs will, because he'll want to get on the back of these two. 21 seconds Danny's up the road. Keegs 5 seconds behind these two, so he really will want these two to get them, you know, get that battle on and get that battle going. Falgast a little onto the gravel, loses the momentum out the corner, and here comes Grandad Stee to have a look. Is he going around the outside of this little left-hand bend before you get to McLean's? No, door shuts.
Oh, he had a little look there, but the gap wasn't there. So, Grandad Stee will have another look, possibly into the Fogarty S's.
Down the SimPlay straight they come now then, and here is Falgast trying to lead ahead of Grandad Stee, and if these two can work together here, they can pull away from Keegs. The gap's now up to 6 seconds between them. Keegs has really got to start worrying about Ben, but could he use Ben to pull that gap out? Daniel Francis is on. He's on the lead lap. He's on lap 26. Going to start lap 27 in a minute. He's got to pit before lap 29. He can't pit on the 29th lap. No, sorry. Can he? Yeah, he can pit on the 29th lap. Apologies, but that's the latest. So he's got to get it done as soon as possible. That's not the way through the chicane you want to be taking there, as he is a bit back from Fury then. But look at Grandad Stee, as close as ever on the rear end of Falgast. They come down towards the old hairpin, and can he get that cut back? No, he can't. Falgast just getting the old hairpin. Oh, not right on the exit. And Grandad Stee then, they both kind of ran wide. Grandad Stee less so than Falgast here. Lucas Roth got Ben Phelan now on the back of him, but we'll just stay with this one a second. Grandad Stee looking up the inside at McLean's, can't get the job done there. Through they go again. Let's just drop back to Ben and Keegs a second. Let's see that battle. Look, as they're at McLean's as well. Oh, Lucas Roth very wide, and I thought Ben was having a look there up the inside, but no, he doesn't. What has happened to Keegs then? Running second, having back Jamie, because these two running up with Falgast and Grandad Stee, and they're some 6 seconds off the back of Grandad Stee at the minute.
Yeah, say it's a bit of the case of what happened in the first few laps with second to fifth battling, and how we watched enough to run away as Grenard C's got back ahead of Falgas.
He has got back ahead of Falgas, and that must have been done through the chicane and down towards Redgate Corner. Through Hollywood they come now. They've got a back marker just in front of them. Not quite sure who that is, but obviously just a flash of the lights will alert them. Dan Francis comes into the pits now at the end of lap 27. Now I think he's done enough to stay P7. I don't think Phil is anywhere near him. Where is DJ Phil? No, he's just come through Redgate. Looks like he's unlapped himself from Daniel Francis, so he is quite the way back at the moment. But Ben Phelan on Keegs then, and Falgast on Grandad Stee. Where to look at the moment? We have this is the odd thing. Falgast a bit closer, although Ben through McLean's looked like he was making a move, and he hasn't now. He's tucked it back in. He's having a sniff though at Coppice and can't get that one done. Fury in the background. He may get a bit interested in this one, Jamie, as this race develops.
Yeah, so Fury's only just over two seconds off the back of these two. So if these two really get into their battle, Fury will be on the back of them in no time. Oh, now what's happened to PN Motorsport? Sorry, he's already made his pit stop, and he's got himself. I wonder if he's got damage to the car. Let's just load up to see if he's got any what time penalty he's got. I'm not quite sure what that is, but he goes so. Oh wow! So now then, where's Don't Know, mate? Because with him making an out of order pit stop, he's coming past. So that's for position, because they've got the same penalty. So Don't Know, mate, has just brought himself up on debut. The two debutants are now going to be battling till the end of this race. And PN just having a bit of a wiggle there, but Don't Know, mate's brought himself back into the top 10. Back to Keegs and Ben Phelan, then through the old hairpin. Ben still stuck behind. They've got Fury hunting them down here. Fury, the quickest man on track last time round. Falgast and Grandad Stee here. Look at these two as well having a little battle. 3 people watching on my personal channel. Guys, go and check out SimPlay Motorsport. Go and drop a like and subscribe over there. That's where you want to be at. Ben's got the run. He has got the run up towards Coppice Corner. Can Keegs think of a cutback? He's going to have a look at a cutback, and oh no, Ben shuts that door and doesn't allow Keegs to get that one done. Fury right there in the background. Can Ben Phelan hold off from Keegs as they come down towards the chicane once more? Keegs pulls to the outside line. Ben's already defended very early. We've seen Keegs make some moves around the outside. A bit later on the brakes, has to tuck back in, think of the run. Ben onto 2 wheels, lost that momentum through the chicane, and look at Fury. Yeah, Fury all over up the curb, and he's now glued himself onto the back of Lucas Ross. He is right there and having a look in the background. Don't Know, mate, and PN Motorsport. But Fury having a right look now at these two as they run a bit wide. Ben gets a bit twitchy coming through. Redgate down in towards Hollywood. Keegs now was second, then third, then fourth, now fifth. Could be sixth by the end of this one. What a roller coaster Keegs is having at the minute. Down towards down towards the old hairpin. Ben Slidey runs a little wide. Does that momentum give Keegs the run? It does, and it gives Fury a chance as well. 3 wide, not quite, as they come up towards McLean's. Ben already on the defensive. Fury trying to follow Keegs through. Keegs has the job done. Ben still up the inside, and looks up the inside of Keegs as well. And what a manoeuvre! Just keeps Keegs on the track. Fury now looking to the outside of Coppice. Round they come, lap 30 or 37. They just lean on each other slightly, and Keegs manages to get away, but Ben and Fury then still side by side down the same place. Straight they come, Jamie. What a battle this is. Yeah, they're door handle to door handle right now, but say this is what we want to see. Oh, Fury on the brakes, just manages to get in front of Ben, and Ben taps the rear of Fury. He has lost so much ground on the two in front now, and he's got it all to do again as Ben Phelan. What a race though this has turned out to be. Just died out in the pit stop part like we always see here, and then it's come alive again in the last 5 or 6 laps. Oh! Yeah, see, but... No, sorry, there's Ben. Sorry, I wondered where Ben went, but he's there. P&M in the pits again. Yeah, Fury's done Lucas Roth there. I was going to say, well done to Ben there, because he could have just kept his foot planted and turned Fury around, but no, he let off the throttle, and instead of putting Fury in the wall, he lost a few seconds and kept himself in the race instead of... Fury, these last couple of laps, has really got himself back into this fight, and look at the pace he's carrying. He's now in 4th place and looks fantastic value
for his money. Keegso looking for that overcut on the exit to Coppice, and he set him up an absolute peach. And as juicy as a peach can be, Keegs hasn't got the move done. Damn it. he's actually not got it done by quite the margin, and into the chicane they come once more. Then is Fury then leading from Keegs, who's leading from Ben Roth. This for 4th, 5th and 6th on track. It's still Unorthodox dominating the race from Grandad Stee, who's only 3 tenths ahead of Falgas, let's not forget. But there's that battle and this battle going on. They're then to our look how close they are. We've also got the Fury, Lucas Roth and Ben Phelan battle. Dan Francis kind of in no man's land in P7. DJ Phil, though, is being caught by Peaceful Explosion, and that gap is just about 20 odd seconds, I reckon. But I think Peaceful will need DJ Phil to have a bit of an off to gain any chances here.
Yeah, he'll need something to go wrong for DJ Phil to get that 8th place.
Back to the battles out front then. Fury, Keegs, Ben Phelan. Fury's actually just gapped Lucas Roth by 6 tenths here, so Fury running great guns at the minute.
Yeah, I was going to say he's broken the toe of Lucas Roth, so Lucas Roth can't get on the back. But I say that he's still.
Nah, he's still in that toe. I think the toe's about a second. I think in these clothes, someone told me once. So Keegs still there. Oh, and that's. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's not a good exit.
Oh, excuse me.
Not a good exit for Fury there, as Lucas Roth has now got the run. So yeah, I take back what I said. That's P&M.
Well, that's P&M, yeah, staying out the way. Nicely done then from PN Motorsport. As here comes Fury. Keegs and Ben Phelan.
Yeah, he was having a look up the inside through Hollywood, down the Crane Curves.
Yeah,
Lucas Roth looking. Yeah, he's going to look to set it up.
Oh, Fury! That's not a great run, Jamie, through the old hairpin, and that's going to give Lucas Roth, aka Keegs, the great run towards McLean's now. Can Ben follow him through? Yeah. Ben has followed him through here, and this is going to be up the inside towards McLean's corner. Fury not with the run through the old hairpin that he would have wanted, and Ben still side by side as they come towards Coppice. The leaders just started the 34th lap of this race.
Fury keeps in front though because he's got the traction off McLean.
Very surprised at that one, to be fair. Very surprised indeed. But here comes then. Sorry, I was just reading something in the chat. Here comes Fury then. 5 dislikes apparently on the video. Guys, let's change them dislikes into likes here. Come on. I can't see the dislikes on my screen. It just says current viewers and likes. It doesn't give me dislikes. But here comes Ben. There's still 3 together here.
Ben Phelan looking up the inside. He's not.
Yeah, I think I was more. Oh, Keegs wide at Redgate and in towards Hollywood. Fury back ahead, and here goes Ben Phelan to have a look. I think it was more Fury going more over the pit lane than Ben having a look up the inside there, Jamie. But Keegs not getting run. One of these 3 drivers at every moment, Jamie, just is putting 1 foot wrong. As you see there, look, Fury sliding through. That's Keegs, that one mistake that he's made again.
Yeah, he's going to look. Keegs or Lucas Roth has got the move done at Schwann. It's now to McLean's again. So Fury just seems to make that mistake there. Ben Phelan got an absolute slide on there, and Fury.
Yeah, look at the run Fury got out of McLean's here. He's looking up the inside of Coppice, doesn't think of doing it round there, and again Ben just seems to get on the back of Fury but can't get it done.
P&M Motorsport ran out of fuel, so that's why he's come back into the pit.
So that explains a lot there. So P&M. Look at them through the chicane. Keegs getting the chicane run through the gravel. Ben just nudging Fury up the rear because Ben had a great run through the chicane. And here he comes now down the start line. Fury and Ben Phelan side by side. Fury can't come across the pit line exit this time because Ben is there. And they're having a look at Keegs as well. And is Fury going to go to the inside of Redgate? No, he can't. Ben can't get the switch back as Fury's just up his inside. But he's now going to look at Hollywood as we come on to lap 35. We've got a couple of laps left. These 3 are still as close as they have been for 4 laps now. Grandad Steve's pulled out a gap over Falguest, so that's that one job done. Peaceful's within 20 seconds now of DJ Phil, so maybe if Phil has a mistake. Keegs though wide at the moment. and through the old hairpin. That's allowed Fury to have a run going up the inside at the McLean's corner. Now we've seen, Jamie, the last 2 laps Keegs has done that to Fury. The outside line, you can get the better traction. Fury just trying to give him a rub. Keegs though keeps it on the track, and look at Ben trying to make it 3 wide. Can't get it done there. The track's not wide enough. Still side by side into Coppice, and somehow they don't touch. Fury backs out of it. Keegs holds the position, and Ben is still having to sit and watch here. This is great racing from these 3.
I tell you what, these 3 are working so hard just to get past one another.
Indeed, they are. Keegs from Fury from Ben Phelan. Then Ben Phelan, nice to have him back on the channel, nice to have him back racing, and I'm sure he can agree that he's had a decent race here to open it up. Dan then on the penultimate lap of Fury then all over the place trying to get past Keegs. He's so wide at Redgate. That'll give... No, he doesn't. He's chopped Ben's nose off there and says, no, I don't think so, buddy. Straight in front of Ben Phelan. Ben will not be happy about that one at all. And then down towards the old hairpin they come now. And so far, Fury is hanging on to that 5th place while they're still somehow being able to attack for 4th.
Yes, how don't quite get... Oh, Fury's got the run though. He's got to run into McLean's. He's going to look up the inside, but Keys going to try and get the traction off the corner.
Fury's got it done. Yeah, he's got it done. Fury's done that one then. Daniel Unorthodox, is on his final lap. He's just come through Redgate corner. Fury, Keegs trying to look around the outside. Ben trying to get that underneath that of Keegs then. Can he get it done? I think he has got underneath Keegs enough there to get the manoeuvre done. And look at Keegs, he's got the toe of Fury, which is denying Ben the opportunity of looking up the inside. Keegs then up the inside of Fury into the Fogarty S's, and they're side by side. Fury across the gravel like Turkington and Shed in 2016. They're across the gravel once again. It's Fury and Keegs, and somehow Ben has only just managed to get past Fury. Fury isn't that far behind, even though he lost all momentum. And for Liam watching, that is a key word right there. Fury cannot get the cut back on Ben Phelan then, as he's now up the inside. Hollywood, Ben then up into P5. Where is Unorthodox? He's coming to the Fogarty S's. Let's just jump to him very, very quickly, because this has been a dominant performance. He's already flashing, he's already weaving. He's got 1 chicane to go. He's got a 22-second lead. What a job from Unorthodox here. It's been an absolutely fantastic race so far for him. What a job that is, but it's a dominant win for Unorthodox. The champ has returned in style. Lucas Roth ahead of Fury. Ben's now dropped behind. Fury again will drop to Grandad Stee and Falgas for a minute. Grandad Stee, late entry into this season. Looks like he's going to take a P2 on his Clio, first Clio outing. Very late entry into this season. Looks like he's going to take that P2. For Falgas then it's going to be a P3. Good evening of racing from them then, but we come to the chicane. Lucas Roth against Keegs, against Fury, against Ben Phelan, and I think Keegs has got that job done. It's going to be a P4 for Keegs. What a fight that has been. For Fury, it's going to be 5th place, and Ben will not be disheartened in taking 6th there. What a job from him. Daniel Francis has already finished a lap down in P7. DJ Phil then looks like he's going to take a P8. He's 28 seconds ahead of Peaceful, so that one looks pretty much done. Peaceful's already finished in 9th. Don't know, mate, then. He's going to be 10th as PN Motorsports about to cross the line in 11th place. So PN will finish P11. Good debut, not a bad debut for him. Bryn, don't know, mate. P10, not a bad debut for him. And DJ Phil as well with a P8 there, a flash of the lights. And, well, Jamie, while you get the final 3 in for an interview, we just checked the fastest lap. That goes the way of Lucas Roth. No. Ben Phelan with a 15.1 gets the extra point for fastest lap. So well done, Ben Phelan. Jamie, where you get the top 3 in, give us your final thoughts on that one as well.
Yeah, so that was just brilliant racing. Clio's just, yeah.
No, just losing.
Clio's are just Clio's are just a lot of fun, and so well done to everyone. Say, apart from lap 1, no contact.
Yeah, just there was that bit with Don't Know Mate and DJ Phil, and then there was the bit with Don't Know Mate and Deeks. Well done, Dan. Great racing, great effort. Fury, don't understand what I'd done to Muts Nuts, but okay. Dan asking if there's interviews. They are. Peaceful saying, cheers guys, my own mistake led to heavy damage. Had decent pace towards the end, so what a shame for him. But But Jamie, all in all, what a great start to this fantastic championship. And already with season 4 2 days away in the Pro-Am, this leads us up. What an opening to the night. This leads us to bring such a GT3 and an IndyCar season. But if this is the way the Clios are going to be, Jamie, the Clios are going to be so interesting for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, they're going to be something everyone must watch.
And we have got Falguest and Unorthodox in at the minute. We'll start with Falguest. Falguest, good night for yourself. It was battles from start to finish for you.
Yeah, it was very close actually. I know these boys are quick who I race with from other leagues, so it's going to be a close season, to be honest.
You had a great fight at the beginning with Ben and Lucas Roth and Grandad Stee, and then you and Grandad Stee seemed to get the jump on them two in the pits and had your own little fight towards the end of the race.
Yeah, we were trying to just gap the others behind, so a bit of team play, kind of trying to get away from the others, and then we could have a little battle on the last couple of laps, kind of thing.
Well, P3, mate, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And we got Unorthodox in as well. I don't think we've got Grandad Stee in just yet, but we've got Unorthodox in. We'll chat with Dan now. Dan, GT5, GTE, and GT3 champion. That's the right way to kick off the Clios, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a good way to start the season. I got a bit lucky by the other guys behind me fighting it out, so I managed to break the toe. And once I broke the toe, that was it. There was no stopping me. So good way to start.
How much did you want to be involved in that little four-way battle back there? How much did you want to be in it?
I would say 70-30%. I knew I wanted to get a good start to the season, so the 30% was just go and get away. But I was watching the fight, and I really wanted to be a part of it. I really wanted to get involved. I know the likes of Grandad Stee, Fury, Falguest, all of these guys are very top drivers in these Clios. So it's always a pleasure racing these boys as close as they can in these cars, because I bet if everyone's seen, these guys put on a fantastic show. And this is what these Clios are like. It's great fun, great racing, and if you get luck, you get away with things. But no, I wanted to get involved, but I knew I needed to get some early points in the bag.
Early points in the bag, job done for yourself. We move on to Silverstone Classic next week. Can you produce a similar result there? What are you going to do? Because obviously it's the first reverse grid of the season as well, so you will be starting dead last.
It might be a game of just patience, really. I know I got the pace in this car. I've raced, like I said, with these guys on another league, so it might be worth just taking my time bit by bit and then just getting through the pack as quickly as I can, taking it one person at a time. And I'm a bit annoyed that Falguest took my livery, but he's got a lot of weight on his shoulders in that car, as it is a championship winning car. But I'll run the Prolapse colours for this one. Team Prolapse, share the rainbow, taste the rainbow. So, yeah, it's not all bad. But staying out of trouble for Silverstone, probably.
Yeah. Well done. Jamie, any final thoughts from yourself?
Yeah, so hopefully, hopefully this season goes on the exact same way. Just really close battles and really good racing. Can't wait for the rest of the season with GT3s, Clios and IndyCars. Yeah,
it's going to be a fascinating one. We'll be back live Wednesday night for the Pro-Am, the start of the Pro-Am, Brands Hatch GP, where a few new faces in that one and a few familiar faces, a lot of new cars, what will be decided around there. A few interesting cars in that league as well, so keep your eyes out for that one. We'll also be back Thursday night for the Pro, again, Brands GP. The GT3s do the same track in the same week. Looks a dry race, which is a bit of a boring way to start the season, although it's a good job it's not wet. We'd have to red flag it. We'll be live as well for the IndyCar on Friday night. Join us for that one. Texas Road Course, the start of that one, where we could have one of the battles of the season. Team Prolapse rivalry between Ben Parkey and Unorthodox. Tune in for that Friday night. That is going to be an interesting one. Indeed, from all of us here, though, at SimPlay Motorsport, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the likes and subscribed if you have done. We'll catch you Wednesday night, 8 PM BST. But from all of us here at SimPlay, good night.
Good night.
Well and down again. Thanks for having me, guys.
No worries, man.
Cheers, buddy. That was good fun. A shame I couldn't get involved with you guys, but I didn't want to stay in that fight for too long.
Imagine, mate.
I got the jump and I was like, see you later. I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, no, it was a good fight. Well done, mate. That's going to be interesting for this season. Right.
The thing is, we've got a little bit of knowledge over some of the rest of the guys, so it's going.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be between us four and Ben Phelan as well. I think the few of us have got knowledge over these cars, so we know how to run them.
Yeah, Fury, I think it's going to be in there. Keegs might be up there as well a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed their little battle at the end. Keegs, Fury come out of nowhere on Ben and Keegs, and them three were scrapping for about 6 laps.
I fucking heard it. Heard it.
Oh, have you got Keegs in the party?
Yeah, it's got Keegs in the party. He's like, go on, Ben, you fucker. Go on, you Irish fuck. He's like, stop, I just want to tell you, you fucking idiot. Stop defending your twat.
Okay, I've had a message off of Deeks.
Right.
Driving standards. Deeks who raced tonight. Driving standards is shit. I had 2 seasons of clean racing. It's not for me. This. All the best. Fuck,
I mean, this is Clio racing.
Right. Let me put it this way to you. Right. He had an incident with Don't Know Mate, and I think Deeks kind of came across him a little bit. I didn't want to say on the stream. Deeks definitely came across Don't Know Mate at the Craner curves, and then just quit the session. It was like, you've just chucked toys out of prom there, haven't you?
Very much.
Simon's setup didn't load, that's why he quit, mate.
Right, yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. Just tell Grandad Steve to get back, get in the Discord,
Yeah,
so I can.
I have invited him. I will do though.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. So I can just tag him in the bits. That's all.
All right, mate.
Cheers, buddy. You too.
All right, see you later, guys.
See you later, buddy. Well done, mate.
See you later.
Have a good one.
You too, buddy. Right, stop broadcasting on the play.